Wyatt Finch will leave it for a defender to pick up and head down the ice. Cody Wood will dump it in deep. Puck rings around to the far side. Rowan Reed. Puck gets played past him. Centering pass attempt is whacked away by Owen Gray. Now Max Monick on the far side. Can't quite get a handle on it as that puck got away from him. Now the defense will pick it up. Ty Lawson in the neutral zone now enters the attacking zone. Shot to the far side, and the stick will redirect that to the far boards. On the near side, Dylan Searles back in the lineup tonight as he'll trying to loosen up a puck, and Vahoviak will get it into the national zone. Dylan Searles takes an extra shot there on the near side by Wood, as the Nationals can't work it out of their zone the first attempt. They'll try again. That pass errant back to the goaltender, so they'll have to try a third time. And behind the goal, the Nationals will come up the near side now. Pass up to another affiliate player, Benjamin Santerre, as he'll get it in deep. Now in behind the goal line. And it's picked up by Campeau. Back to the blue line. Santerre, a shot. That's deflected into the backboards off of Nathan Slatt. Loose puck on the far side now. Nationals trying to keep it in. They do. In behind the goal line now in the near side. As the Nationals trying to turn up some forechecking here. Now the Stars will exit their zone. Vahoviak across the blue line to the far side. Shot. Deflected wide by the goaltender. As Bertolin steers that in the corner, the Stars get possession back. Pass behind the net. Crossman looking out in front for Matzos. Turning and firing. That's blocked. And behind the net, Nathan Slatt keeps the battle going. On the near side, puck pops out to the neutral zone. Miles Dunn picks it up. We'll get it back to Rory Savage. Savage coming out of his own zone. Across the neutral side, he'll find Legalic on the near boards. Gets past him as it'll get in deep. Legalic with a forecheck will win the puck back. Back to the point. Moody, a shot towards goal. Bertolin grabs that, bobbled it for a second, but found it just as fast. As he'll cover across the blue line, trying to get a backhand pass to Monick. Monick almost stripped the pass away as the Nationals stole it. Now a shot from distance. That'll miss the target. Attempted by Wood that time. It is now picked up on the near side. Former St. Thomas star Max Muse is out there tonight. Muse played 11 games for the Stars last season, scored a goal and 6 assists with his short stint with St. Thomas. As Rory Savage is going to come out of his zone for St. Thomas. Reed Crossman trying to whack it up the far side. Intercepted by the Nationals as they'll get it into the St. Thomas zone briefly. And cleared down the ice by the Stars, but that's going to be an icing call, so we'll head right back in front of Eric McDonald. Lovely touch in the opening ceremonies for those kids to be wearing the Joe Thornton jerseys as well. Wasn't expecting that. When you saw the Leafs jersey there, the San Jose and Boston, of course. That was a good tribute to Jumbo Joe. Clark gets the puck stripped off him inside the St. Thomas blue line. And Reed Crossman driving forward. Crossman, a shot, stick save by Bertolin. Rebound comes to Matzos. He'll fling it into the far corner again. Reed Crossman sidesteps a check pass to the point. Owen Gray manages to keep that in. He'll cycle it down low again. In behind the goal line it goes. Cameron, a pass out to Legalic. Legalic with it on his stick. And he's a nifty stick handler, is the Quebec native. Eloan Legalic with it again. Along the blue line he goes. Backhand to the far side, gets it back in deep. Miles Dunn back there. He's dangerous, as always. Still with it, the rookie Miles Dunn. Back to the blue line and now driven in deep again. Eloan Legalic, this top scoring line for the Stars. All 3 scorers are the top 3 scorers for St. Thomas. As Miles Dunn's going to fan on a shot that time. Now the Nationals back the other way. Up the far side, Campeau tries his luck, and that's going to be deflected up and down a play for a stoppage. And to boot, that's his first GOHL goal of his career. So a couple first GOHL goals tonight for some St. Thomas Stars. Joey Bezzetta getting his. And George Matzos also getting his. And on the London side, Dante Bertolin's going to end his night on that goal. As in comes Evan Grant to relieve him and take over as a rough start for Bertolin. Letting in 3 goals on 11 shots. So Eloan Legalic in the neutral zone. Oh, what a start for St. Thomas. Pass in behind the net. Up the far side, deflected, and up and out of play. That'll be a nice souvenir for a fan. You see a young Tyke grab that and raise it high. St. Thomas Stars offensively. And that big lineup out there, Cameron, Dunn, and Legalick. Pass back to the blue line. Will be dumped in the far side by Reed. Legalick pass out in front off the post. Oh, Wyatt Cameron came that close, deflected in front again off a defender's skate. That almost fooled the goaltender, but a nice save made. On the near side, the London Nationals trying to muster up some offense here. So London makes their mark here at the 6:54 mark left in the first period. Cut the lead down to 2. Pass in front and a tip-on goal as Nathan Slatt looking for his first GOHL goal. And the linesman takes a bump there, or referee, pardon me, as the Nationals trying to get up the ice. Poked off by George Matsos. Rowan Reed now. He'll stop up behind his net and slow things down a bit as he looks for a pass out the zone. Taking a little bit of a breather. Rowan Reed, Doxter watching close. Up the far side, Reed Crossman. Crossman gets around the defender. Bobble the puck a little bit, and then he'll have to chase it into the corner. Pass back to the defender, tapped by the near side. And Nathan Slatt came that close again. Pass to the far side, shot from distance. And the goaltender will find that with the glove as Slatt getting into it a little bit in front of the goal. But a 2-point night. Looks like he's going to keep that momentum going. As he'll get a little bit more ice time, I would assume, with Cade Kinnear out. Somebody's got to fill in that spot. Cade Kinnear will be sorely missed for a little while. Left the game with an upper body injury last night. As a shot in front and a save by McDonald on an in-tight shot from inside the near circle, just in front of the goal. Clark forces a turnover just outside the blue line. A 2-on-1 chance here. Clark, nice defensive play there by Savage to drive it out to the far side. Rory Savage, pass to the far boards to Wyatt Cameron. Cameron, a nifty little move to get past the defender. Drop pass, and that's through the legs of Miles Dunn. As now Clark the other way. Clark trying to get around Reed. A nice poke check stops him up as it's cleared down the ice, but that will be an icing call, so we'll head back into the St. Thomas end with 1:15 left in the first period. And a big, explosive night for the Stars. Spirits high, the crowd is buzzing. The Stars keep pushing forward. Cooper Chisholm will dump it in. Pass around to the near side. Chase Pettipies picks it up. He'll cycle it back to the blue line. Reed in front. Pettipies back to his forehand, and a nice pad save by Evan Grant to deny that attempt. Now on the near side, Clark trying to chase it past Rowan Reed. Pass out in front. Pettipies picks it up. He'll find Cole Edmondson heading through the neutral zone. And the puck sent into the bench, and that one will hit the backup goaltender, Haggerty, in the back. This game will actually pull ahead of London in the standings, which would be a big feat. Again, the Stars 0-4 last year against the London Nationals. If you look at the past 5 seasons, their record is 2-18-1 against the London Nationals team. So it's a good rivalry, but recently it's been a one-sided rivalry. As Cole Edmondson's going to take this offensive zone draw. And he'll go up against Clark. Clark will win that time. Into the far corner it goes. Cleared around the boards by the Nationals defense. Lave presses it up against the wall behind his own goal. As 3 Stars in there looking for it. Try and poke it loose. They do. Ty Lawson ends up with it. Lawson back for Reed. At the point to the far side. Vahoviak a shot through traffic. Stopped up by the Nationals. And now a rush the other way. Looks like it could be a 2-on-1. Shot towards goal. Scores! As the Nationals get one back, it's Clark. So center ice draw. 44 seconds left on the power play for St. Thomas after they give up a shorty to make it 5-2. Savage stops it behind his own net for Owen Gray. The captain directing his teammates which way they want to go. Didn't like that look, and they'll try again. Now he'll go as Gray gives it up to Savage. Now Miles Dunn on the near side. They'll get in behind the defense. Dunn, a backhand. That's stopped by Grant. Rebounds loose. The Stars pick it up and keep the offense going. Nice poke check by Clark. Strips it off Legalick. And Gray keeps it in at the blue line. Gray pressed up against the boards. He'll get it off to Wyatt Cameron. Cameron. Puck runs away from him, and it's given to the London Nationals, who clear it down the ice. Eric McDonald comes out of his net to stop it up behind the goal. Power play's over. Back to 5-on-5 as it's given to Miles Dunn. Finds Matsos at the blue line. George Matsos in behind the defense, but he has to chase the puck to the corner. Nationals force a turnover in their own zone. They'll steal the puck and head down the ice. Up the far side, Nichols, backhand in front. That's across the front of the goal to the near side. Couldn't connect with the forward driving toward the net. Flipped off the glass by St. Thomas. Up to Matsos, just past their own blue line. Matsos heads into the offensive zone, looking for a pass through. Finds Slack. Sends it to the far corner and chases it down himself. Slack pressed up against the boards. Looking for some support from teammates. He'll find Matsos. Whips it out in front, but that hits a leg and heads into the near corner. Now the Nationals looking to pick it up and head up the ice. Ferguson carries it past Crossman, finds a pass on the far boards. Kiss gets a piece of it, but it hops off his stick. Picked up by Vahoviak for the Stars. And gets it deep. They'll go for a full line change. Get some fresh legs out there as Rory Savage stops back up behind his net. And it looks like they're going to complete a line change as well. Pass up the far side, gets disturbed. Now Victor Moody will get it up the wall to Ty Lawson. Stretch pass for Searles. Gets a piece of it to slow it down. Pass out in front, stopped by the goaltender. Loose puck sat there for a second, but it's cleared into the neutral zone by London. St. Thomas up the far boards. Into the offensive zone. Can't get a grip on it though, and now London will try. Lawson intercepts it in the neutral zone. Three Nationals were checking them, so they'll manage to get it into St. Thomas's end. Stopped up behind the goal. Again, the captain. So Nichols against Cameron on the far side. Referees are trying to get the score clock right. Looks like it's good to go now. St. Thomas holding on to a 5-2 lead here as the Nationals win the draw. Broken stick off the play. As that's going to be looks like a National stick. I don't see any empty-handed Stars. Along the near boards, Lave with it at the blue line. Pass to the far side. Stripped by Legalick, but poked away from him. And now the London Nationals try and get a chance. Another defensive play made by Savage. So it looked like a few promising breaks either way. A few times in that short span. Lave brings it around the boards to the near side. It's picked up by Ferguson. His pass out doesn't work as Miles Dunn back into the offensive zone. Dunn, a pass in front, diving block of the pass by Whitehead. Sprawled out and cut that pass from coming across to the far side. Now flipped up the boards on the near side. Rowan Reed will chase it down all the way into his own zone. Reed heads behind the net. He'll stop up. Wait for his forwards to get in the right position. They can drop this thing and have an offensive zone draw for the Stars. They'll win it. Pass to the blue line. Savage gets it into the far corner. Return pass for Savage. Sent towards goal. Blocked. And the Nationals will find the loose puck. Up the far side. Savage keeps it in briefly. Now the Nationals steal it in the neutral zone, and entering the zone, they'll be offside as Ferguson was headed up the left way. And to take it is Ethan Hacklander for the London Nationals up against Dylan Searles. Searles will lose that draw, but it's sent back into the middle of the scrum. Ferguson comes away with it. Poke checked off him by Reed. On the near side, another stoppage along the boards. Will halt there. Looks like it might have touched somebody on the bench or went up into the bench off a Star. Nichols trying to direct his teammates as he takes the draw, but the Stars win it. Rowan Reed with it behind his own goal. Reed thinks maybe left, thinks maybe right. Now he'll go to Savage. Savage, long stretch pass, finds Cameron. Couldn't stop it up enough to give himself a chance in front of the goal. He'll pass it in front, but that's cleared away by the London defense. Pass out in front for the Nationals. Up the far side, Whitehead trying to bank pass. He'll find Pomerleau in behind the goal. Nice job by Pomerleau to get ahead. He'll take a lap in the zone, drops it back at the blue line. Now dumped in on the far side by Finch. On the near side, Wyatt Cameron's going to pick it up in the St. Thomas end. Nichols forces a turnover. He'll get it back in deep. On the far side, Kiss in the far corner. He's got Owen Gray on him. Shoving and pushing at his back. Letting him know he's there. Now Gray up the far boards. Hello on Legalic, the Quebec native. London Knights prospect. Return pass from Cameron, looking for Legalic in front. Miles Dunn with a steal now. Backhand pass to Bahoviak, a shot. Loose puck in front. But Grant sprawls down and finds it to cover it up for another 45 left in the second. St. Thomas has taken a 7-2 lead. They're at home, carrying a 4-game win streak coming into tonight. A nice save there at that time by Grant. On a shot through traffic that got slightly redirected. Pass to center as it's carried up by Hacklander now. Hacklander chips it past the defense and chases it up against the backboards. On the near side, a couple more Nationals trying to win it in the offensive zone. Can't do so. Max Monick. Stretch pass to the far side. Finds Lawson, who gets it in deep. In behind the net, picked up by Monick. He'll cycle it back behind the net to Slat. His pass to the blue line. Finds Owen Gray, a shot through traffic. Stopped by one of the many legs in the way in front of the goal. Another pass in front. Another shot towards goal. That one misses wide by Monick. Rebound along the near boards as it'll exit the zone. Rowan Reed picks it up. Back at their own blue line. Owen Gray sends it ahead to Monick. And across to Cameron on the near side. Blocker save. Loose puck in front, cleared by the Nationals. Ferguson trying to find a bouncing puck. Lawson finds it instead. Pass to the far side. Cameron. He'll chase it into the corner, trying to get it back to the blue line, but Kiss finds that rolling puck. Pass ahead to Ferguson. Into the offensive zone. Ferguson trying to get a shot off. Nice defensive stick by Moody. On 4 shift. Stars with a 7-2 lead with 1:20 left in this second period. Face-off sent to the far corner by the Nationals. Now picked up by Clark as he heads down the ice. He'll drop it off for Campeau to pick up. Campeau trying to get around Gray. Does. Shot saved by McDonald. As a great play by Campeau to get around the defender. Give themselves at least a bit of a chance. Face off on the far side. After a false start, Miles Dunn will send it to the far corner. Campeau gets a steal off the draw though. Campeau takes a loop of the zone. Drops it off for Dunbar. Now he'll head out on the perimeter. Stick lift by Miles Dunn. Strips Dunbar clean of the puck. Miles Dunn, some nice two-way play showcased there. Rory Savage on the near side. He'll play it on the far boards. Can't get around the 2 defenders standing in the way. As now the Nationals the other way. Edmondson takes a spill as legs collided on that play. In the neutral zone, the Nationals pick it up. Stretch pass to the blue line doesn't connect. Whitehead can try again, though. He'll drop it off to Campeau. Campeau entering the zone. He'll take a step back along the near boards. Campeau now walks to the center of the zone. Shot, scores! A nice goal by Alexander Campeau to make it at the end of the second period here. It's a beautiful shot from right in the center of that star zone. And that's going to be Alexander Campeau's 3rd of the season. Or did he score again earlier tonight? As the time winds down. No, he did. Tries up the left side. Max Muse entering the zone. He'll turn back in the far corner. Soaring pass. Puck pops up in front. Shot by Campeau. Heads over the net. And behind the goal, a battle for it now. Dylan Searles. Game's not over yet, as the Nationals are going to try and battle their way back into this thing. They started that trip with a goal at the end of the second period, cutting it within 4. If they can get another one, who knows? Maybe the momentum would carry them even further. As Campeau makes a dangle in the zone, shot from distance, rebound off the backboard. Max Muse tried to bank it in on the backhand off the goaltender. Back to the blue line it goes, shot from distance, Whitehead, rebound came to Pomerleau. A little too quickly for him to settle down and take a shot. Well, back to Hickson on the far side, or Wood, pardon me. As he'll try a shot, that'll end up going to the near side. Whitehead keeps it in at the blue line as the Stars tried to get it to neutral zone. Now coming in from the far side to the near side to White was Dockstetter. Stolen by Wood at the blue line. Shot towards goal right in the Stars logo, the retro logo of Eric McDonald. St. Thomas is 0 for 2 tonight on the power play. See if they can change that. They also gave up a shorthanded goal in the second period as Connor Clark got away and got it past McDonald. St. Thomas with him in the offensive zone. Shot off the post. Oh, that one got past the blocker and hit some iron on the near side. Pass back to Legalic at the blue line. They'll cycle it around the boards. Wyatt Cameron trying to center it. Hits the back of the net. Now we'll get it in front, and Savage denied by the goaltender. Legalic going to try again. Back beside the net. A stoppage in play as referee saw something he didn't like. The Nationals with an offensive zone draw on the far face-off dot. 15:53 left in this third period. In through the neutral zone. Puck poke checked away. Now Vahoviak finds it. He'll bring it hard around the boards to the far side. Wyatt Cameron trying to battle for it. Pomerleau strips him of the puck. Pomerleau, Legalic on his back, trying to battle for that piece of rubber. And now Cameron will help him win it. Over to Vahoviak, in for Legalic on the near side. Legalic looking towards the goal. Shot saved by Grant. Rebound comes out to the blue line. Rowan Reed drops it off in the corner for Wyatt Cameron. Cameron getting hounded by Wood. Teammates going to pick up the puck. Legalic heads into the neutral zone. Looking for a re-entry. Legalic stepping around a couple Nationals. Eloan Legalic pass. Saved by Grant. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal created by the Quebec native Eloan Legalic, but the goaltender comes up big. Now the Nationals in the offensive zone. Campeau, as they try and take this thing to the home stretch. Still a few too many minutes on the board to call this one done. As a shot from distance sent into the far corner by McDonald's pad. Now the Stars trying to get it up the ice. Lawson takes a chop at it. Gets the puck loose enough for Reed to get it in deep. Up the near boards. Vahoviak, a shot from distance, easily caught by the glove of Evan Grant as he holds on for the whistle. Perhaps taking some looks around at other places and seeing if there's any good fits in the future. Vahoviak to the far side. Rowan Reed's going to dump it around the perimeter in behind the net. A battle for it up against the wall. Pettipies tries to backhand it out in front, does, but it's controlled by the Nationals. Now Wood enters the offensive zone for London. Backhand pass in front, nobody on the back door. As it's off the far wall, Cooper Olchishin picks it up. Nationals win it back in the neutral zone. Mullins flipped into the far corner. Chased down by Smith. Mullins back in that battle for the puck. Up along. I'd love to get one back and increase this lead back to 5 to put this thing out of reach completely. Face-off won by London in their own zone back behind their goal line. Wood, long stretch pass to Hickson in the neutral zone. Hickson pass across is stopped up and picked up by Pettipies. Hook check made by Vahoviak to get in the way of that passing lane. Pettipies stops it up behind the net for Vahoviak to pick up. Luke Vahoviak, pass to the far side, Rowan Reed. Pettipies sidesteps a check and gets on the other side. Pass in front, off the skate of Cole Edmondson and picked up by London. Wood, thought about going right, cuts back to the middle. His pass doesn't work. And it's picked up by Ty Lawson. Lawson loses Campo with a nice little shift of weight. Pass to the near side to Cole Edmondson. Can't settle that down. Campo comes into the zone. Nice strip clean by Bahoviak up his own blue line. Bahoviak denying that dangle attempt by Campo. Now away Congo 9 Sports today, and one of the things he said is the last couple games the Stars were a little bit lucky to get away with the win because they haven't been playing the full 60 minutes. As a pass back to Bahoviak, a shot steered aside. And tonight so far they've played every minute. They've just got about 8.5 to go, and they've got to see this thing to the very end and keep playing hard. And they'll do exactly what the coach asked. As that one escapes the blue line by a hair, and Savage and Gray. Of course, Savage playing on the wing. Legalic's actually going to set up on the point here on the left side. Rory Savage behind the net. Into the far corner. He'll try and cycle it back. Gets his own ricochet off the defense. Now in behind the goal. Winding up and shooting is Legalic. That's steered aside by Grant. Over the far side. Miles Dunn sends it back down low. Wyatt Cameron with it in behind the goal line. Looking out in front for a passing lane. Saucer pass. As that one's a little too high for Savage to bat home right in front of the goal. Legalic up to Dunn. His shot blocked. Now a race for it. As Pomerleau can't even get in on that race. His stick exploded. Miles Dunn chases it back in his own zone. Now he'll come through the neutral zone. Up the right, despite giving up 4. George Matzos in for the offensive zone draw. Slat can't keep the puck in the zone as the Nationals will pick it up. And with 10 seconds left on the power play, you can bet the Stars are going to switch it to shutdown mode with 4:30 left on the clock as McDonald makes a save from the opposite blue line on the dump in. And Prust is having some words with the official. The official looked to have given him a warning. If I'm reading my lips right, or my faces right? I don't know. Luke Vahoviak on the far side. They'll look for a long stretch pass off the backboards in front, and a shot wide on the blocker side. Rebound heads out. London trying to pass it through the neutral zone, deflected by Slat. Now on the near board, St. Thomas bobbled along the wall. Teammates will come in to help out. Lave shoots it up the far wall, trying to get it in deep. Gets stopped up, but a couple teammates there to battle for it. As Campo picks it up for the Nationals in the offensive zone. Campo dangle in front, shot, big save by McDonald. It's still loose, and McDonald finds it. Oh, what a big pad save by Eric McDonald to flip pass to Hickson as he'll enter the offensive zone up the left side. Hickson pass out in front, tipped away by the stick of Eric McDonald up to some teammates. Puck's floating in front. Chase Petapiste didn't see it. Now he does, and he'll get it in deep. Go for a line change. Nationals pick it up with 1:35 left in this third period. Hand it off to Dylan Searles on the near side. He'll drive towards goal, pass in front, and that'll go through to Mullins. No Stars there to capitalize. Mullins exits his own zone. Up the near side, and a big hit thrown by Searles. Mullins reversed it a little bit. As Whitehead with it in the neutral zone, sends it up to Wood on the far boards. Stolen by the Stars. Slat trying to flip it up. The Nationals keep it in. Searles gets a stick on the puck, and the Nationals will get theirs back on it, get it back in deep. Under a minute to go here as Nathan Slat turns and fires it down the ice.